not taking along with us when we play Seychelles and also Libya? Remember, the game against Libya is going to be a very tougher one if there's anything like that. What are we taking? What are we not taking?
Obviously, what we're taking there is the fact that we're taking a strong squad, a full-strength squad, no looking down on the Seychelles. And what we're not taking there is excess baggages. How do I mean? The likes of Chijele and Co, who have lost a lot of pace in their legs and whom cannot really offer anything other than being a strong influence in the dressing room. We don't need players like that any longer. Not any rehabilitation spot for any player. What we're taking there is a full squad, and what we're expecting basically is the victory. Either by hook or crook, we need that 3 points.
Okay, if we're to advise Gennett Rowe on how the formation to play right now, since we now have strong players like this, they are young, they are versatile, they can go any length. When we have Onyinyechi Ogu that always wanted to play for Nigeria, he has tried all he could. Injury just, laid him off. But right now, given an opportunity right now, he will do all he can. Since we have young players like this, what is the formation that is very good that can get us the 3 points we need?
Well, judging from the list you've rolled out, which Gennett Rowe has rolled out, I think it's a very strong team. For me, the only challenge I might feel is how do these players blend? Because there are a lot of new names in the team, and we know sometimes it takes players time to blend. So I think it's important for us to have a core of the team. Those who have been there for a long time, Leon Balogun, Troostekong, Brian Idowu, Etebo, and other few players. So if we're going to have some new faces on the pitch, maybe it shouldn't be more than 1 or 2. And I think Iwobi has to be given that number 10 role because he's probably one of our most creative players. So he needs to have enough time on the ball. And the players in the midfield, like we said, that John Ogu and Ndidi will provide solid cover for the back four, for which the attacking players can actually move forward and get us goals, because we need to go to Seychelles and win. There's no gainsaying that.
Okay, there are a lot of people who are surprised about the inclusion of Odion Judy Gallo. Now, at the press conference, Gennett Rowe has said this is the time to give him another opportunity to score. He has been scoring in the Chinese Super League and he's been given the best scorer for the season, beating his last season, the 2017-2018 season. But right now, Gennett Rowe is saying, I want to put him there to play the striking force, to give him another chance. Prove to us you can find the back of the net again.
The best thing a coach can do for a player whose confidence in front of goal is low is the fact that you still encourage him. He's not a bad player, but most times indecision at the right place is always his bane. But like my colleague said, this is not a game where you're going to try rookie or new players. You need to go with the core of your team.
I think we did that in the 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia.
So now you go with the core of your team. One or two of these players will come in gradually, even with this 10, 15 minutes, whatever. But the core of the team has to start the game. So as for Igalo, it's another opportunity. He is still going to take it. Maybe he's even better playing against African opposition than the European opposition, and you never can tell.
It's even good that you have a different variation in the strikers we have. Yes. You have Henry Oyekuru, who is fast, who has space, who can run in behind defenders.
And you have Simi.
You have Simi also, who brings you a different dimension to your attack. So it's very important to have all these players in your team.
Now let's talk about the list itself. Are you happy with Gennett Rowe with his new squad?
Absolutely. I'm absolutely happy about it because it's...
do we have a choice, actually?
We don't have a choice.
No, you can air your opinion. I don't like it.
Yes, it is a coach's prerogative to select. It is art to dissect it. And my colleague said he's not happy about Joel Obide. So out of the whole players, Joel Obi now constitutes about 1%. So it's still in the right direction. This team is going to move forward. Some of these players, eventually in the next 2 years, they might stake a regular claim, like Wakali and Co. and so many of these unknown quantities. Even the guy from Switzerland and the guy play for Paderborn. You never can tell. Football is a very intriguing game that the person who takes his chances might end up becoming the superstar. Okay,
now, looking at those who play abroad that we don't even know of, if not for the fact that they have just been called, and looking at our home-based, we have home-based players. Are you happy? Will you say you're happy with the squad that he brought in players all the way from there? You know, we always had this rumors that he had his eye on Adeleke Akinyemi. Okay, with all those traveling and everything, Adeleke Akinyemi is not in the list.
Yeah. You know, we're saying it off air the other time that he traveled all the way to Latvia to watch this guy.
We have pictures of him.
And eventually, he didn't get a call up. Well, the coach knows best. And for me, even during the World Cup, I was talking to some friends of mine. I was like, I don't understand why we will go to the World Cup without our own base players, except for the goalkeeper Ikechukwu Ezenwa, because you need to have your own base players, even if it is 3, even if it is 4, and you need to have own base players in your team. So I just hope that going forward, Genetro will also take a look at the MPFL, and I'm even surprised that
Lokosa is not back.
Lokosa is not back in the well. Maybe because the MPFL is not on. That could be a major factor.
And I think Genetro also what players who have playing time.
Obviously, and also
outside.
Competitively, they are more competitive. Our players in the domestic league have been so much rusty. Thanks to the crisis. And like you said, I think the coach saw the players in the attacking department, and he feels that the guy in Latvia needs more game, because this is very crucial. No excuses. We cannot give any excuses. And the coach, whether we like it or not, he's under a huge pressure.
Yeah, talking about pressure. All the players now are under pressure to arrive camp by Monday. Anyone who's not there, you're going to be punished. I'm very sure there'll be punishment to it. Now, talking about the Tigers are expected in Lagos in batches. They were supposed to come all the way together in Lagos, but right now, because of logistical issues, they are going to appear in batches in Lagos. I'm expecting the Tigers in Lagos soonest for their campaign in Spain at the Basketball Women's World Cup, FIBA World Cup. That's all we can take for today. Thank you, gentlemen, for being on the show.
It's a
pleasure.
pleasure.
Look forward to the game on September 7th, where we'll battle it out with Seychelles. It's Sported, Galaxy Television, and I am Onyinyechi Ogu. Do have a pleasant afternoon.